Damn. Hey y'all, Gravity. Any day above ground, live it. So you already know what to do. Share, like, and subscribe. That's right, share, like, and subscribe, because I'm not like other YouTubers. I'm different. Trevor George Smith Jr., a.k.a. Busta Rhymes. Sir, you just landed on my radar. And here's a quick rule with my platform. I didn't put this up on Twitter because I usually do when someone lands on my radar. I just wanted to wait a little bit, get some more intel. But sir, you done landed on my radar. And what that means is you said something egregious that I just could not ignore. So like I tell everybody on my platform, every 3 to 5 days, this Caribbean's created hip hop nonsense just rears its ugly head again, even though there's documented proof that Caribbeans did not create hip hop. They influenced it, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but they didn't create it. The 5 aspects of hip hop: Jamaicans, Trinidadians, Cubans, Haitians, everybody in the Caribbean was not doing this. They all had their own, what's that word? Oh yeah, culture. Culture did not breed hip hop down in the Caribbean. But of course, let them tell it. You know, the ones that follow Busta Rhymes and all these idiots saying this. Well, let's just get into it. Now, shout out to Sincere the Love God and Nice T Girl. They did a broadcast and they actually played the video where Busta Rhymes said this. So I'm going to play it for y'all and then we're going to get into it because I'm going to have to go in. But here you go.
That culture is for the U.S., but it's a mix-up of all of our cultures in the urban community. You know, the Latino and the West Indian has the greatest influence, and we've always had, and we'll always will, and it's just been that way. So I've actually been influenced by the Latino community, which allows me to feel that much more comfortable putting my West Indian influence in my music, because they made me feel that much more proud to be like, yeah, man, me's a Jamaican, and I say it. But I'm just saying, a lot of the times, it ain't until you're made to feel comfortable giving it to the people who and what you really are, what your influences are, your upbringing in the house, that you do it. So,
Trevor, we're not doing this. Trevor George Smith Jr., we're not doing this. We're not going to tell lies. There's so much information on the internet, sir. So much information, so many accounts of how hip hop started for you to come outside and start saying that Caribbeans and Latinos created hip hop. That's just a flat out lie. We have that documentation. And rapping, you can go on YouTube right now and look at people like Diz and Cag Calloway and all these other people, James Brown, rapping on records, vinyl. So please, we're not going to do this, Trevor. Not today. But you know what? I'm no longer calling you Busta Rhymes. You're not Busta Rhymes anymore, sir. Your new name for this is Busted Lies. And that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to bust your lies. Because here on my channel, I do research. I have to. I do politics and social commentary. I have to do research. I can't go in there and put up a video with no research behind it. And my people appreciate me doing research. So here we go, folks. All right, y'all. So here comes the screenshots. Now, I got all this information from whosampled.com. It's basically a database of songs, and they tell you who the artist is, where they got their samples from, and if any other artist sampled that work. So, of course, I just put in Busta Rhymes, and the 33 pages that I found, boy. Now, I'm keeping this to songs that he was on, but for this first one, I love the goodness. So I didn't know that he used All About the Benjamins in there. That was a learning experience for me. But This Means War, the song that they used in Iron Man that he did with Ozzy Osbourne back in 1998, he used Black Sabbath. So he's already down for using talking about he has Caribbean and Latino influence in his songs, because I even remember that song, and he wasn't saying no patois in there. He was going crazy. He sounded like a rock artist. But we're gonna continue. The song, folks. What the F You Want, in 1998. He used the Incredible Bongo Band from 1973, a black band. So you're still down, sir. All right, folks. So we're in 1997. The song "It's All Good." Good song. Very good song. So he used two samples on it. "The Windows of the World" by David T. Walker from 1976 and a very, very, very legendary reggae. I'm sorry, that's not a reggae song. That's not a salsa song, bachata and all that. What does that say, folks? That's right. Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang. One of the greatest hip hop songs ever made. One of the greatest rap songs ever made. Trevor. Folks, we're going to keep going. All right, we're in 96. Now, you did a song with Keith Murray, Eric Sermon, and Redman. All right. Again, this is just for reference. They used an FBA artist, Cannonball Adderley, but we go down and you have Far Away, 1996, with this Hurricane G. Now, admittedly, I don't know who that is, but you use David Axelrod. Now, that's a white guy. That's not the problem here. Problem here is, sir, you used a sample in that song from Billy Cobham, George Duke Band, who I know for a fact are black. But let you tell it. They're Caribbean on the down low, right? All right. Come on, Busted Lies. We're gonna continue. Sir, Busted Lies. Come on. What are we doing here, sir? We got more. Now, again, this is 96. Sir. Bobby Bird. Come on, sir. You took Confunction. That's a funk band. Come on, sir. Max Roach. Legendary jazz drummer and composer, and the pioneer of bebop. Last I checked, bebop was not created in the islands or in Central or South America. I'm not seeing this. But you know what? Let you tell it. Max Roach probably came from Spain, got to the island, spent like 3 years there as a little youth, and then came up to America, as an anchor baby. And, you found this out, and now he's part of y'all. He's part of us. That's a story you're probably going to spin. But go ahead. Let's continue.
I beg your pardon. All
right, I did you a favor. I finally found some sort of Latino influence on your music. This was way back in 1996. You did a song called Ill Vibe with Q-Tip, and you sampled Dizzy by Hugo Montenegro. And I went into his file, and apparently a lot of hip-hop artists have used him. So you finally up one. Busted Lies has finally got one in his column. But I'm still looking for these Caribbeans and, I'm still looking for the Jamaicans, the Trinidadians, and the Haitians that influenced your music. I'm still waiting. All right, here we go. You did a song with Erykah Badu called One. You sampled Stevie Wonder. You sampled somebody called the Tom Tom Club. Now, admittedly, I didn't know who they were, so I had to just look them up real quick. That's a white band. And you also sampled Gwen Guthrie. Now, she sang backup vocals for a lot of artists, including Stevie, Aretha, Billy Joel. But here's where you're probably going to say this was a Caribbean influence on you. She sang backup vocals for Peter Tosh. So I'm still not going to give you that one, sir. We're not going to do this. But let's continue. Busted Lies. All right, I had to go into some newer music, folks, because I mean it was just a long line, and he did a lot of features on people's things, and I want to keep this on songs that he's leading. So we have a song called "Hello" 2015 with Chance the Rapper. Sir, okay, I'm sure you're gonna want me to put this as your one in the Caribbean / Latino corner because you did the song and used a sample of Ready or Not by the Fugees, and we know Wyclef is Haitian. I'll let the people in the comments section see if they'll give you that one. But you took I Got Five on It by the Loonies, which we all know are in Caribbean or Latino, and you took Hello by Adele, which we all know who the hell Adele is. So, yeah. Again, I'll let the comment section say if they are willing to give you one in the Caribbean Latino corner. But let's continue. Here we are. Now, this is about 2 years ago. So you did a song called Slow Flow with ODB, rest in peace. Look at the samples you used. You used Diana Ross and the Supremes and Old Dirty Bastard. All right. All right. True indeed. So you sampled your own song. I'm sure you'll try lie and say you can use that as a Caribbean or Latino influence. All right, fine. Use Das Effects. All right. I found you another Latino. So you get another one in your column. You took Invincible by Capone and Noriega. So kudos to you. And last but not least, you did a song with Rhapsody. I don't know who that is. But you used a sample from the Fantastic Goldenaires of Rocky Mount, North Carolina. And Christine Perfect. Now, we looked up Christine Perfect, folks. We looked her up. Just to see, maybe I could put you in that column. Nah, can't do that. She's a white woman. Can't do that, sir. So you got to take that L on that one. And your Fantastic Goldenaires, we got to look them up as well, right? Got to do it for the folk. Guess what I found out, folks? Can't find much about them. I can't even find a picture. It's just CDs. I tell a lie. They're black. And they're FBA. Busted lies. You're out here lying again. But I'm done with this. All right, Busted Lies. I went through a brief history of your discography. And I learned some things. Makes me want to go listen to old jazz records again. Old R&B songs. Old funk songs. Old soul songs. But that's not what, again, this is not what this video was about. This video was about the fact that you sat up there and said Caribbeans and Latinos basically created hip hop, and without Caribbeans and Latinos, there's no hip hop.
I beg your pardon.
When I could show you that there were artists that predated hip hop that did things that are essential in hip hop's history. And for you as a Jamaican man who's arguably a legend in the genre, to join up with the likes of Spike Lee and Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick and now you got Gordo Jose, aka Fat Joe, running outside saying that Caribbeans and Latinos created hip hop. What you're doing, sir, and I'm sorry to say this, Jamaican to Jamaican, you sound like a white supremacist. You sound like you got buck broken, sir. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this, because now you're being disrespectful to this. You're disrespecting this. Now I know people are gonna say, "Hey, Jamaicans bow down to the Queen." That's true, but you have significant influence, sir. You know better. You saw hip hop as a, let's call it, you were part of hip hop in its grade school / middle school form, when it was really starting to make money. And for you to sit on film 30 years later and try to rewrite history when you have history on YouTube, you have history on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you have the history. And to sit there and lie to the impressionable youth, that makes you a white supremacist.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
And it makes you no better than them. This is why people like myself that are non-FBA, who are trying to build bridges with the Black Americans, y'all make it harder for us to do it, because we have to answer for your BS. And this is why they say they don't trust nobody right now. You can't do this, sir. All you had to do was tell the history of hip hop and explain the contributions of Caribbeans and Latinos. That's all you had to do. Everybody can eat in this genre and eat comfortably. But when people get too big for their britches and start thinking that, oh, I have a whole new generation or two that I can lie to and make it seem like that we did everything and Black Americans are just eating off of us, and without us, there wouldn't be anything. Newsflash, muchacho. Pretty sure without Jamaicans and Haitians and Trinidadians and people from the Virgin Islands and people from Central and South America, if they weren't a part of hip hop would be just fine. There's a whole plethora of Black American music that all these artists can use samples from. Hell, I went through your discography. Sir, you went across the pond for samples for your songs. That just goes to show you didn't even need Caribbean people, your people, to make it in hip hop. So just, again, off your discography alone, the significance of Caribbeans in hip hop is not that big. Now, for y'all, this is just part 1 of this little series that I'm going to do. I have a part 2 coming. Sir, you and the rest of the Jamaicans, y'all not going to like the next part. You really not. I'm not even going to spoil it. But when y'all see it, I'm sure I'll get the hate in the comment section. That's just fine. But we got to tell the real history of a particular music genre. All I'm going to say is we're going to go down the history of reggae. But anyway, let me get up out of here. You already know what to do. Share, like, and subscribe. That's right. Share, like, and subscribe, because I'm not like other YouTubers. I'm different. You got me so messed up now and angry that I messed up my ending. But anyway, folks, take care. Stay safe. I'm out.